Face, let us have, bro. The God came. Now I was broke, I was poor. Most likely I would be there with y'all years ago. But I'm telling you, when we look up in a month, all your community is gonna be burned down to the ground. Or you're gonna have people scared to even bring shit to our community. Now in Philly, according to the streets, everybody try to go loot in Philly. You know Philly got the gun license. Them white boys was in front of them stores with them hammers. Talking about, not this business. They moved on and they went to Germantown and they broke into the black and the Latino businesses. So out there in Philly, Frontline News, they tried it with the white businesses, but them boys had them guns. And so they kept it moving and they ripped up the black and Latino community over there in Germantown. Same thing, I saw a headline in Chicago. Latino gangs down with the cops. I went to the streets. According to the streets, there was a bunch of Spanish guys out there protecting the little Mexican restaurants, Spanish restaurants over there, making sure they don't get looted. So now, where do we go from here? Systemic racism, we know the whole shit fucked up. So I see the cop kneeling out there in New York. I actually spoke to the commissioner before this, like about police harassment a long time ago. He said they were going to change things. Things did quiet down. I seen a couple of cops in the community trying to bond with the people. But he's kneeling. That's dope. But these are the same cops. And I want a peaceful outcome. These are the same cops who paid the cop to choke out Eric Garner and killed him for no reason. They paid him for 5 years after and still never locked him up. I am not inciting hate. I am not inciting violence. Unfortunately, you stuck with me in the Fat Joe show, the biggest show in the game, and the shit changed. It went from COVID now to what's going on. I can't just talk hip hop. I got to address what's going on. And so these cops, how do we trust them? They went. There wasn't no voting in my city, guys. I wish today's a voting day. You better have all voted, because if we don't vote, this was all for nothing. If we don't change legislation, this was all for nothing. So we had them big ass TVs, then we got flat screens. We had big ass computers, then we got small computers. We had the big cell phone. Now we got IG Live. These laws were systemically made decades and 100 years ago. And they were made to keep the black man down. But now, in 2020, we have to change these laws. This shit is bullshit. I didn't want to tell you who today's guest is, but he's a real one.
Yo,
B,
what up, my brother?
that's Texas, baby. Funky, that's Houston, baby. My
Don
brother
Cartagena.
Von B.
Oh man, what a day!
Thank you for doing this for me, and the people, the Fat Joe Show, the Big Show. Trillis in the game. Break down your day to me.
I'm just now really getting to the car, heading back home. Today we
Could
brought
you
the
tell
city of
us what
Houston together.
happened, bud?
Well, obviously, we all know about the death of George Floyd right now, right? Murdered by 4 police in Minneapolis, Minnesota. George Floyd is actually from Houston. He's from Third Ward. He's from the hood, Cutie Home Projects. And we wanted to make sure that Houston had a chance to represent for him because he's ours. Even though he did die in Minneapolis, he's a hometown boy, and we wanted to, take this opportunity to bring the city together, unify us, unite us in solidarity against racism, against police brutality, and the systemic racism that continues to operate on the streets of America. And so we put out the call for the city to come together. We met downtown, and we were 60,000 people strong today. Yeah, so I don't think anyone has ever put that kind of a grassroots movement together before in the history of the city. We had 60,000 people. We prayed for him. We marched for him. We protested for him. His family was involved, so we lifted the family up. We poured love on them, let them know that we stood with them, and we will continue to stand with them. So I spoke. The brother Traded Truth, who actually co-organized this with me. We spoke to the city. The mayor spoke. The mayor, opened up the city to us. Allowed us to walk the streets. The police blocked off the streets for us to walk and march from Discovery Green, which is a park in the center of downtown Houston, over to City Hall. And even though we appreciate their cooperation, I had to call them out on the stage, and I thank the police chief, but I told them we're going to demand transparency. When your people do something wrong in the city, we're going to hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to demand action. I told the
What's
mayor
crazy,
and
Bun?
elected officials. Go ahead, Joe.
I saw this statistic of cops killing people in the thousands, and only one has been charged for killing. So imagine if you have a temper, you hot-headed, you stressed out, you're arguing with your wife, but yet you got total immunity to walk the streets and kill who you want, hurt whoever you want. And the statistics is there. The numbers are there. So this ain't something that we just talking about. This is a fact. They killed black and brown people, and they never held accountable.
Can I tell you a statistic I saw? Michael Vick spent more time in prison for dog fighting than the last 495 police officers that killed a person in America.
Wow, you going in and out, Bun. I didn't hear you. Say that again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me, Joe? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you getting, you're breaking up.
Yeah, we're trying to leave from where all the people are, and I'm trying to get you a better signal.
I get it. But what to bring that? Tell me the same thing you just said a little while ago, because I didn't catch it.
All right, so Michael Vick, who we all know, quarterback. Michael Vick did more time for dog fighting than the last 495 police officers that killed a man on the streets of America combined. Combined. That's sickening. Look, I'm not a dog person, so I don't know how dog people feel about that.
No, we hate
it.
I got a dog. I don't like it. Mike Vick is family to me. He's a brother to me. But, it was irresponsible. But in any case, there's no way a dog's life is worth as much as 495 human lives.
Not at all. Not even remotely. You know what I'm saying? And if the dog people want to come after me, so be it. I'm just speaking the truth right now. And when this first happened, like, I didn't know George Floyd personally.